any questions? Tell me about the things you've done for fun or that you've succeeded at in your life. Are y'all going to sleep? Yes.
I have one question. You said something about the using your strengths.
The what?
Using your strength.
Yes, using your strengths.
Not looking at the weaknesses, but looking at your strengths.
Right.
How does a person kind of find them out? Have you run across some ways? Because sometimes it's so hard to find out what I do well.
What you do well?
Yeah.
Because are people telling you what you don't do well a lot?
I hear that quite a bit. My wife told me that quite a bit.
Yeah, good, yeah. Spouses are great for that, aren't they? You know, I would really like to find tools that do that, because all the ones that I have seen just tell you about your weaknesses in a different way. Tell you what you need in supports to support your weaknesses. That's not the same thing as playing on your strengths. And I haven't seen actual tools to do that, to help people. I mean, I just recognize them in myself from the things that I got when I did get compliments. When I did succeed at something. You know, you have to think back of what did you succeed at? When have people said, oh, you did a really good job there? And think about what that was that you did well. And then try to develop, what else could I do similar to that that would be good, that I think I could succeed at. That's how I did it, but I haven't seen good tools yet. They say they're out there, but I haven't seen them. Karen.
I've been successful at advocating for myself. When I was a kid, I was in first grade, and I was failing basically anything that wasn't put right in front of me. And I am visually impaired. I'm legally blind. My mother knew it, but I guess my teacher didn't know it. And I guess right now, to this day, people can't tell until they see me trying to read something. And then they can tell, but my mother had to advocate for me to sit up front and to get things put in writing and get things put in front of me. And you know, I've since learned how to speak up, even when I was going to college, to say, I need to sit in the front. I need my handouts, any handouts printed in large print and provided for me. I need printouts of your PowerPoint or whatever. And it was really hard. You would think that all I would have had to do was just ask, but you know, sometimes if people can't tell that you have a disability, when you ask for help, you know, they're not so willing to help because they don't think you have a disability.
Right.
So
because they don't automatically believe you have a disability, right?
Right. So I had to be persistent and speak up for myself, and I was really shy and shut in and to myself, so it took a lot of strength, so I'm proud of that.
Good.
And that's all part of today, is self-advocacy. We want to encourage you to make sure that you sign those pink sheets and come back to help us, because Disability Connection staff, we're only a staff of 12, 14 people. But we have lots and lots of work to do in our community to make it accessible, to make it welcoming, to recognize our gifts that we all have. All of us have special gifts that we can contribute. And that's why it will take all of you to help us make this a better, welcoming, accessible community. So make sure you sign up and work with us on those very important issues in our community. Any other one or two last questions or comments?
Do you have any suggestions when people feel overwhelmed? I was making reference to my associate about is there like a trip switch that goes off in someone's head when there's either too much information, where maybe you revert back to like a pause? Are there ways to kind of catch yourself so that you can stay focused and not let yourself be disrupted from what you're trying to do?
For myself, and I still get overwhelmed, but one of the things I decided to do, when I was in Ann Arbor, I was kind of moved into the healthcare advocacy arena. And then I moved into long-term care advocacy. And I was constantly asked to get involved in other advocacy efforts. And I trained myself to say, I will support you. I'm not going to go to all your meetings. I'm not going to do a lot of writing or speaking. If you give me something to say or write that I can sign, I'll read it and support it. I will do that, but I cannot be involved in so many advocacy efforts that you're not good at any of them. So I tell people to narrow what you want to do. If it's an advocacy, if you want to get really good on one issue, focus on that issue. Now, there's always a need for people who want to do a little bit in everything, and that's fine too. But if you're going to get deeply involved, I don't recommend doing more than one or maybe two issues. Because people constantly want me to work on housing issues. That's a full-time job in itself.
There's a saying that Peter Block says, if you can't say no, your yes means nothing.
Right. Right, because you become ineffective and you can't do, you're not effective, you're just doing a little tiny bit when your skills might be, you're able to do a lot more, but you can't focus on it. It's hard to do. I still have to train myself to say no.
Well, let's give Roanne a round of applause.
How many of you have ever set a goal for yourself or wanted to participate in an activity? We've all been there. We've wanted to participate in an activity, set a goal, achieve what we want to, but yet sometimes, somehow, there's a snagging voice inside of our head saying, you can't or you won't. But if we take the time to take a step back, we'll realize that those words, you can't or you won't, aren't enough to define who we are and what we can accomplish. I'm a believer that life is not about what we may not be able to accomplish, but it's about the opportunities we have in front of us. Life is about seizing the opportunities, making choices, and turning those choices into achievements that can help us live our lives and impact those around us. I want to say that we can all make a difference. We can all set goals if we just believe in ourselves. Take the time to believe that your choices, your actions, your voice matter. Take the time to believe that you can make a difference in this world. Beyond believing in yourself, take the time to receive advice from others. Take the time to get to know people around you. Get to know those who are going through the same situations that you might be going through. Take advantage of organizations such as Disability Connection, and take advantage of those who are older and wiser than you that can help you face any obstacle that you may be presented. Take advantage of those people around you that can help you overcome any obstacle that is presented. With each opportunity we have, by the choices we make, obstacles are bound to arise. But the important thing is to know that those obstacles aren't enough to bring us down. It's working through those obstacles, and along the way, you'll never know what new opportunities will come along just because you kept striving to work through those obstacles. Aside from taking advice and utilizing the resources we have right here in West Michigan to help you achieve your goals, I encourage all of you to work together and make a difference for those around you who are in the same situations that you are. Speak up and don't be afraid to speak out and go after your goals. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. Does anybody have questions for Stephanie? Will you take a couple of questions? Does anybody have a question for Stephanie? And I think, are you Miss Wheelchair Michigan 2012?
Yes.
So you're in your reign right now, and you'll be traveling across the state.
Yeah. I will actually be planning different events for people with disabilities, like many of you here today. I just hope to raise awareness and give people
That's one way to get attention.
Mark has hearing aids, and I bet that didn't feel too good, did it?
He's got him turned down here.
I just hope to give people the opportunity to come together and be able to participate in life, kind of going along with the theme of this conference, and just to let people know that despite having a
Is this her position?
My apologies. Despite having a disability, we can go out there and do whatever it is we want to do, and our basically, we can go out there and do whatever we want to do, and our voices can make a difference, and our actions can make a difference. And by participating and taking advantage of the opportunities we have in front of us, we can live a life full of adventure and full of fun times. And that's basically what I'm trying to do by raising awareness and putting on events for people with disabilities.
Stephanie, thank you again.